Hello again. Welcome to Soul Horizons Tarot. I'm doing a general reading for the sign of Leo. This is part two. Um, Please, if you didn't watch part one, I would highly suggest it because I'm just going to speed through this part so we can get to the clarifying portion of the reading. This is a general. It is not a, you know, person to person, one-on-one. So not every Leo out there is going to resonate with this reading. So if that's the case, then you might want to check out another placement or try next time. Um, yeah, part one goes over everything that's here. We're going to jump into the clarifiers. Um, Seems like there's something else I'm supposed to say. Something about if you want a personal reading, all that's in the details. And yeah, I guess we'll just jump into this. So before I clarify, quick. Um, I see a Leo. Go away, little buggy. I don't know what that is. Little mm, flying creature. I see a Leo who is highly contemplative at this time, trying to make a decision, depending on what this over here is. I don't know if it's a decision between two people, a different path than the one you've always taken. It could be school related, could be business related. You know what? I'm not even going to do all that. That's going to take me a while to. There's different stories here. We'll just go one by one. I am not going to take a new path. Overall energy. Destiny intervenes, fate intervenes here, or you're hoping that it does. With the Seven of Pentacles, there could be a repeating cycle, something that is coming around again to teach you a lesson or to test you to see if you have learned the lesson. But you, again, there's another card of contemplating, examining something, trying to figure out if what you have invested or what you are going to invest is going to pay out in the end. So, what do I want to use? These are so big and blocky. I do love them though. My hand hurts. Okay, one more with the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune for the overall energy here for the sign of Leo. Please clarify one more with the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I have got to train myself out of doing that. That's how I've been shuffling for the longest time. One more with the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, please. Nothing gonna pop out. Okay, fine. One. Almost. There we go, two. And take another one anyway, three. We got the Six of Pentacles again. That's in your surface mind. The Knight of Swords. Okay, some type of heavy communication, possibly back to that Five of Swords. There was an argument. The Hangman, which was in your advice. It seems to be repeating. Yeah, okay. This is very, very straightforward for one of you, or some of you, or maybe all of you. There is something that's going to either reappear or come out of the blue, basically. Some type of event. And I feel like your knee-jerk reaction is going to want to be to say what you feel, exactly what's on your mind. Basically verbally curb stomp somebody, maybe. I'm going to clarify that just to be safe. But we've got a card here about contemplating again. And then we've got, same card, Pisces energy, with the Hangman. Same card about stagnation, no progress, no movement. But I feel like it's more like, take a minute before you react. So I'm going to see what this Knight of Swords is. That Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with that Knight. Again, signs are not as important as energy nor gender. If I say a he or she in this reading, it's because that's the gender on the card. It doesn't apply to you. I'm gonna switch. All right, who or what is this Knight of Swords in the overall energy for the sign of Leo? Who or what does this Knight of Swords represent? Could be a quick, decisive action or decision as well. Charging forward to find out some information or to relay some information. Whether that's you, the one giving this, or receiving it. Who or what is this Knight of Swords, please? 1, 2. Knight, yeah. That's what I saw earlier, and it kind of like popped out at me. Maybe there is, okay, yeah, maybe there is some stagnation though. Something's not taking, there's no movement. There's no movement being made on a direction that you want to go or a conversation that you started. You initiated something here, and there is suspended. It's been suspended, and you feel stuck with that 8 of Swords. It can be just mental blocks. These are the things we tell ourselves that kind of train us into believing that we are, we have no power over the situation, especially with that wheel there. Maybe you feel like things are out of your hands, things are out of control, your control. You have no control. Maybe you're waiting on somebody else before, like the ball's in their court. Or for some of you, you've done or said something, and now you feel like there's nothing you can do to reverse the situation. That's not the strongest message, though. We have two cards here, though, talking about a pause or a complete breakdown. Maybe communication. Could be somebody you've blocked or they've blocked you. Because this is the communication, fast incoming in communication, but it's clarified by the 8 of Swords, so it may have been blocked, this communication, or this action that was being taken. So let's move on. That's just the over. Come here. That is just the. What was that? That was a clarifier. Put that one back. You, yep, and the 9 of Swords. You and the 7 of Wands. So yeah, I do get a sense of a lot of pride here. Like maybe your pride got hurt and you kind of like, you put up all your defenses here. But current energy situation with the 5 of Swords and the Fool. The 5 of Swords is a card about conflict and maybe cutting somebody out or getting cut out by somebody else, as far as like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. It can be like a temporary thing, or it can be like an all-out, verbal warfare, and nothing is left but the smoking remains of a friendship or a relationship. That got dark. Sorry. The Fool card. I'm not. Why am I shuffling? The Fool card is a spontaneous energy, wanting to start fresh, a new beginning, possibly doing something, taking a risk or a leap of faith. Now, for some of you, this argument, this conflict happened because you made maybe a rash decision, impulsive, or because of this argument and this heavy, toxic, kind of negative energy that you're in or situation that you're in, you're wanting to basically leave that behind. Like, not even leave a postcard or leave a note. I don't know why it's a postcard. You don't do postcards till you get to your destination. This is starting off in a different direction. So, clarifying. I really want to keep this under an hour, and I'm terrible. I need a timer. I sit there and time myself and sound like an auctioneer. I wonder how fast I could talk. I'm not even going to try. Why temperance? I'm going to put that back because my mind is roaming. Fool and the Five of Swords, please, for Leo's current energy situation. Clarify one more with a Fool and the Five of Swords. One more with a Fool and the Five of Swords, please. One. I'm going to do two here, too. We got a lot of cards wanting to pop out, but not. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. Okay, there you are, finally. Like I said, in part one, it's like you're not in your energy. You feel depleted. Your energy, not you. Your energy feels depleted in some way, like almost like you're barely there. Like you feel barely there, and some of you may be hiding it behind this. You may be like showing to the world that you're like happy-go-lucky and everything's fine and rainbow shits, but um, really you're in that Five of Swords now. I'm going to clarify. We do have two kings here, but I'm not using that deck. All right, who could be a Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, but I'm gonna take that as you because you're the Leo here. Reading for Leo. Clarify this Knight of Wands. Better yet, clarify this Fool. Why is the Fool here? What is this? Okay. Oh, Temperance came out anyway. Sagittarius. Could be a Sagittarius, another fellow fire sign. Aries. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, specifically Aquarius. Again, signs not as important. Okay, some of you may be like thinking about opening a communication with somebody, either accepting their communication or coming towards them after a conflict. For some of you, this has been a conflict that happened some time ago. It could have been days, weeks, months, but it's that Nine of Swords feels attached to this. So let me see that King of Wands, please. Clarify that. Oh, okay. Clarify that King of Wands for the current energy situation with Leo, please. 1, 2, almost. 3. Wanting to end some. Oh my goodness, yeah. That Knight of Swords is you. You went off on somebody. Or you really want to. Or you did and you really want to again, like you're not done. Wait, I'm not done. I haven't even got started about your mama. Some of you, this is like a cycle though. Oi. This might be a family situation where you and a prominent family member, like somebody that you have to deal with or you feel you do, could very well be a mother. You have the moon there. Could be a father too. King of Swords is always very that super masculine, aggressive, uh, outspoken, like holds no bars no. How does that expression go? Ignore that. Um, there was a need for somebody to moderate themselves, but I don't think it was you. I don't think you did that with that King of or that Knight of Swords. Maybe it was well deserved. Maybe this person deserved to be told all the way off. Um, maybe you want to come back and try to balance out the situation again, but I hope it's not with that King of Swords energy. Uh, could be just somebody really toxic that you're done with. You have finally closed the cycle out. You said something that nipped it in the bud. Oh, well, let's move on. We got the Ten of Wands. Could have been definitely a long-going thing to the conflict with this person. A lot of anger, but pride. Yeah, pride. Pride is a thing here, as well as contemplation. Though you're not all the way gone. This person just maybe pushed all the wrong buttons. Maybe they did it because they knew how. They had that kind of access to you. Got strength there. There you are, Leo. Yeah, that was you. You might have cut somebody out completely. Completely, completely, completely. You said sayonara, but B almost said the censored. Censored. Come here. All right. Moon and Six of Pentacles for your surface mind. This is what you want out of the situation, and this is also where your focus is. I haven't asked yet, but let me look. Seven of. Oi. Okay. I'm not doing that though yet. Bet you one of those comes out. Come on, I haven't asked. Patient, patient, patient. Six of Pentacles and the Moon, please, for Leo's surface mind. What do they want out of the situation? What are they focused on? What are they thinking about here in the current energy situation? Surface mind, please, for the sign of Leo, Six of Pentacles, and the Moon. Pisces energy and Cancer. Six of Pentacles and the Moon, please. What's on Leo's mind? What do they want? Where's their focus? One. Almost. Oh, that's a lot. Two. And I don't think I'll take all of those. Three. Yeah, Five of Cups on the bottom. It's one that popped out. The Six of Swords, yeah. Two sixes, balance and harmony. You've had a couple sixes come out as clarifiers as well. So balance and harmonizing something. What is all this? Yeah, Queen of Swords again. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could have been a partnership, like a romantic partnership, a business partnership. Maybe you had a business partner that you had a falling out with, a family member, a friend, but definitely could be work related. Um, could have left you in the lurch, that Five of Pentacles. Or you made a decision to do that to somebody else, despite whatever you had. You may have had no choice, like you felt like you had no choice to just cut this person off. Uh, you put those back, but this definitely feels like there was stability here within the connection, or at least there was the promise of a strong connection. But then you made an executive decision to either cut this person out, or you cut them out because they made you feel neglected. So we've got the Six of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Six of Swords. The card in the middle is the first pull. These to the side are the clarifiers. So overall, we have the Moon here, which can be confusion, a lack of clarity, emotional turmoil, kind of like it can be mental health, like depression. Um, can also represent the mother. And again, this is another card that looks like they're contemplating something. We do have the Six of Pentacles. This is giving to something or giving to someone, putting your time, your energy, possibly even your money, the things that you value into something. Usually this is a card about equal give and take, but being that all of this other stuff is going on, I feel like there wasn't an equal give and take unless it was in jabs. Like they were only fair when we're fighting. Like that's not how I wanted to put that. They only really gave me their all when they were fighting with me. That's when they, really put that energy into it. For that's a small message. Six of Swords is where we have that emotional turmoil or fear or lack of clarity, confusion, delusion, not seeing something clearly, basically. With the Six of Swords, this is moving away from that, the chaotic kind of emotional turbulence, moving out of that. It could be physically relocating, it could just be like emotionally or cutting somebody off energetically. But it is a choice to leave a situation. For some of you, it may even be come back to a situation, revisit a situation, because he is looking towards that moon. Let's see what else. I mean, some of you, yeah, it could have been a very toxic situation with a mother or a mother figure. For others of you, it's just could very much be business related. Or when I in the part one, when I went over this, some of you could have invested a lot of time into um, a certain field, certain classes in college, like a certain curriculum, and then you're starting to second guess all of that. Could be a relationship. But we're going to move on. So from what I see here, this is what you want. This is what you're focused on. So probably you're still attached to this person in some way, whether it's you still live with them and you're trying to find a way out, or you are still energetically connected to them. They are still like haunting your thoughts, or you're wanting to leave town. We do have the Fool, brand new start somewhere, possibly for some of you. Could even be that some of you feel bad about having to leave. Maybe you have to leave. You live with your mom or you live with a roomie who might like have come to depend on you. We do have devil there. That can be codependent. I almost want to. That is not going to work for me. Six of Swords. That's too much. Way, 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 way. Why did you land sideways? Yeah, it's a hard choice, but you made it. Or you're making it. You're in the process of making it. Why is the moon here? What does this moon represent for Leo's surface mind? It could be a fear of leaving as well. Like you want to leave, but there's also a fear. There was safety in it just because it was the known. And that's what I said in the first video. That might even be what I titled this. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. Or the devil you don't. There it is. King of Cups coming back to that past position. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So strong water energy there. Doesn't have to be. Maybe there's an apology you want to or you want to receive, or you want to give, or it's just a Knight of Cups person, which I explained in the first one. That's why I suggest watching part 1 first. Anything else? An emotional connection, maybe? It's confusing, or it wasn't what it appeared to be. I don't know. Guess nothing. Anything else going to come out? 1, 2, 3. Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah, slow, slow, slow. Knight of Swords. You cut it off, or you're being just very cold to them. You're being very cold. Still, you may be still very much in your feelings, and even though you may be hurting, um, or reconsidering your own actions or your own words, you still have that detached. Do I still have that? Yeah, look at that. That's your energy right now. I mean, it's unapproachable. The King of Swords can be extremely hard to win their favor back if you've lost their trust, or if you've done something that undermines their disrespects them, basically. It can be very, 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 very hard for them to forgive you. Almost impossible. And that's kind of like that Leo thing. There's a pride about you, but it's because you are so gentle and so kind. Um, anyway, yeah, that seems to be what we're doing back here. But we're going to move on to Shadow Mind Hidden Truth. This is something that you do not know, um, or that you just need to acknowledge. So, unknown. What do you not know? We have 2 pages of Pentacles. In the first video, I said that could be 2 choices between 2 people. It could literally be 2 children. It could be 2 different fields, fields of study that you may be looking at, 2 different career paths, 2 different things to invest in, whether that's a person or a thing. Um, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy there. Come on, one more with the 2 page of Pentacles here for the hidden truth here for the sign of Leo. What is it they don't know that would benefit them? 1, 2, 3. 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely could be just a choice. A choice that you have to make. You may be unaware that you have a choice. You did have that 8 of Swords come up, feeling stuck, feeling trapped. You may be only aware of a choice that you've already been contemplating about thinking about pursuing or taking, when in reality there's another option there for you. But let's see. So top, Taurus, Taurus energy. So definite Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, very strong Taurus there. Again, signs not as important, but you may be fighting against a construct. Um, this could be an ingrained thing, something that you were indoctrinated to, because the Hierophant is all about tradition, doing things the traditional way. Society approves, put a stamp on it. Your religion approves, stamp on it. Like anything that follows a certain value system, and and adhering to it. It's somewhat restrictive, but it can also talk about a father, a husband, a entity as far as as a well-established business, because it does talk about contracts, um, longevity, things that are just kind of set in stone. What I feel here is like either there's one way that you like to do things, or there's one way that you have been taught to do things, and that's the way you've been going at it. Whatever it is in life that you're dealing with, whether that's a relationship with a person, whether that's a workplace kind of drama thing going on, family, friends, lovers, whatever it is, marriage, a business, even a mindset, because these are your own personal values as well. So I almost see like, because we do have a couple cards here that talk about repetition, and it could be this feels right too. You have an offer with something or someone that you know is a safe bet, but then there's also another offer on the table, and that would be what you don't know. Basically, there's not just one way to do something. I haven't asked yet, but keep that in mind, Sagittarius. Oh, wow, wow. Knight of Wands, Star, and the Sun. I haven't asked yet, but those are beautiful cards. Very lucky, very, very good energy there. Let me clarify the page, this page of Pentacles here. Again, the Page of Pentacles can be a student, somebody that's deciding to learn something new, broaden their knowledge, expand their knowledge on something, gain more experience. Could be like a temp thing, temp agency, or like working, not a temp. What do you call that when you, what is that word? Clarify this Page of Pentacles for, okay. There's one. Intern, two. An internship, three. Yeah. Well, I don't put that there. Okay, could be, well, that's you. But you could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. And there's the star. There's a path or a choice here that's could bring you wish fulfillment with that star. And I don't think it's the one you're looking at. I think you're kind of stuck in a rut here. And you think that's the only direction to go. That's what I'm feeling. Let me see what this other Page of Pentacles is with the Hierophant, because I feel like those two go together. What does the other Page of Pentacles represent? Please, for the sign of Leo, for hidden truth, something they don't know that would benefit them greatly. Page of Pentacles, please. One, two, Tower, Chariot. Cancer, the Chariot, Taurus. I already said that. We also have Aquarius over here. Anything else you can tell me about this? It feels like, okay, two separate choices. It could be career related, something that could maybe possibly bring you a lot of not only like a wish fulfillment, but maybe more being more in the spotlight. So for instance, um you could take acting. That's what that fool is. It wants to do something spontaneous, fun, exciting, but not necessarily. This is kind of going with the grain. So this over here would be like breaking out of that box that society or religion or culture tells us is appropriate. That's also an option. And yes, you could have success there because the chariot is here. One thing is very fun and passionate, and I mean, it could be a person. There could be a wish fulfillment that you have with a fire sign, an air sign, or earth sign, or Aquarius. Um, but I feel more like this is looking at you, looking at this star, and kind of like thinking, should I do it? Should I take that risk? And then over here, it's more like sticking to what you know and what everybody else would accept. What is the appropriate, the normal, the safe bet here? I think both options would be fine, but one of them there's a little bit more passion, and that's this one over here. And I think that, I mean, that could even be what that conflict is about. Like somebody's telling you, "Oh, you can't put all your eggs in that basket because, you know how difficult it is to become the next Beyonce. You should just stick with what you're doing." And again, you don't come up until the clarifier, so it's almost like you're allowing other people's perspectives or opinions to be louder than your own voice. I don't that's not that's just an intuitive feel. Anything else here, please? That's the second time I saw the tower. It was on the bottom earlier. I don't know what that's about. Hmm. That's why you shouldn't always clarify. I'm gonna put that back. No, I can't. What's that tower about? Oh, flip these around. What's that tower about? Why is that here? Why'd that come out? Why is the tower here? For Leo's hidden truth. 1, 2. Okay, I think I know what it is. Confirm it for me. Oh, oh. Okay, for some of you, this is an out of the blue connection from a past person. We do have the card of reconciliation. We've got two cards that can talk about a soulmate here. We've got an emotional, and then we've got the physical connection. And there's past. There's a past here. There's happy memories. Could be children involved. Some of you get this out of the blue. This one of the options is to um, invest in this person from the past. But that tower could be a warning, especially if this is a repetitive cycle coming back around again, which would be confirmed with that double energy. So be careful. Be very careful about who you're investing in. You'll know if this is a person that you've had a tower moment. Like the tower is destruction. It is an ending. It is a usually pretty difficult ending. It's not always. Sometimes it's just something shocking or unexpected. which is why I gave those two different storylines. 7, 6, 6 and 2 is 8. 8 of Cups is walking away. And then no, we got the 4, 4 in between, 4 Cups. Yeah, this could have been the person that you cut off, and that's where that reconciliation's coming. Um, it could be just another side story. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is the choice that brings the tower. This is the choice. It could be like a separate, because I asked anything else, and that could be their way of letting you know, hey, you got all this, and then also, don't accept any texts at 3 a.m. We all know what that means. Okay, so I think that's good enough. I think I feel comfortable leaving it there. Don't be afraid to break out of the box, but also don't make any decisions that could, um, you know, well, let's see. You might be wanting to because there's a need to break away from that. That's kind of what's stirring you to leave and maybe start on a new adventure. Let's look at your recent past. I need to hurry it up. I'm actually gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, I can switch it up now. I feel like I shouldn't though. I feel like I'm supposed to use this one right now for this particular. Oh, turn it around. One more with the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. One more with the 9 of Swords and Knight of Cups for Leo's recent past. Something that is still in some way influencing and possibly causing some blockages or challenges to their current energy situation. One more with the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Cups, please. 1, 2. It could be as simple as trying to decide between a new connection, a new contract, or an old contract, something that you've already. Did I say 3? I really hope so. Almost feel like redoing that. We got the Star again. I feel this feels like an apology, but very low level. No, it doesn't. Star wouldn't be there. What the hell? Yeah, that's what that one of these pinnacles is about. It's an opportunity, a solid offer. It may come in with an apology, but it doesn't necessarily have to. It could have just been a relationship that started off with an emotional connection. There may have been a slight age difference with you being the younger and your partner or this person being older. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, I guess. It could be like siblings, friends, coworkers. There was a solid offer and it was a wish fulfillment. There was a lot of hope, optimism, and um, maybe this person even inspired you in some way to take a certain path. Again, there could be a child involved. We do have the pages can represent children, but they can also represent. We do have the 9 of Swords, though, so there was some element of stress and anxiety about this situation. Again, I said in the part 1, this could be attached to that 5 of Swords, where there's as strong of an emotional connection as you might have had with this person. There was also a very strong element of either fear or worry or stress and it led to arguments. It led to bickering, battles where nobody won. But then we have the Star showing up here again. Whatever this was, this offer, this communication, this new beginning, it was a wish fulfillment. There was something that you had you put a lot of hope into. Could have been career, could have been um, like a creative thing, but there was fear there too. There was anxiety. Could have been a relationship. It definitely would go in line with what we're seeing up here. It was a very strong emotional connection, though. If we are talking about whatever this is from the past, but it also kind of feels like for some of you, some of this is an emotional connection with a person that you had. But for some of you, this was maybe you were on the brink of getting a lot of notoriety or a lot of attention. And I'm thinking like somehow art in whatever media form, something artistic, musically, um, you know, painting maybe, some kind of hobby or craft. You could have got like a really solid offer to take a direction into into a profession that you are really very passionate about. But there's stress and anxiety and then some type of conflict. Let's move on. Oh, why did I do that? That goes there. Six of Cups. Again, this could be with a person, maybe a childhood lover. Oh my God. A childhood friend, a lover that you've known since childhood. Could, I'm not even going to dissect that, where that came from. A childhood lover. Like high school sweethearts. Don't. All right, so what's coming towards you? I am going to switch now. Got the Lovers and Judgment. So for some of you, this is a choice. Making a final decision, or like the time has come. The Judgment is like a soul calling. It's demanding that you make a judgment, basically. Judgment call. I can also talk about reconciliation. For those of you that there was an ending in a relationship, whether it was romantic or otherwise, there's an opportunity here to reconcile that or to end it completely. But usually, the Lovers and Judgment together is usually a reconciling, or you make the choice, not that you will reconcile, but let's see, one more with the Lovers. We have Gemini and Scorpio here. One more with the Lovers and Judgment for what's coming towards Leo from now into the near future. What's coming towards Leo with the Lovers and the Judgment card, please? I'm going to have to do something with these cards. They've been kind of feeling weird, stiff-ish, like hard to shuffle. One. Maybe I'll slow down. Nope, that doesn't help. Two. It's my favorite deck, too. Three. Queen of Cups. Definitely could be an emotional. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, there's that Queen of Swords again. Now, this could be you. This could be another person. I'm going to go ahead and use the same deck to clarify her. The decision is up to somebody, and this is like that deadline. This is whatever's coming towards you is a deadline, and either somebody else or you are being asked to make a decision on this. Now, this does talk about with the Lovers that can be a head over heart decision. And in your advice, you were told to look at everything from every possible way. You got a lot of sixes, you got a lot of cards about balance, contemplative energy with these three. Well, not that one, the one that's covered up, but Queen of Swords, please. Queen of Swords. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 of Swords again. 7 of Swords. That feels like conflict. Um, avoiding a conflict. And it kind of feels like you, but keep in mind it doesn't have to be. Just we do have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well with that Queen, so that could be definitely a Gemini that you're dealing with. She's clarified by the Seven of Swords, so somebody's strategizing. Um, they may or may not be open about what their plans are, but it kind of feels like you're trying to sneak away, or this person is trying to sneak away from a reconciliation or a choice because it's requiring a lot of effort as far as like energetically, mentally, emotionally. Um, it's not an easy decision, or whatever it is, whether it's to reconcile with someone or it's, these two different directions you could go. It's not an easy choice and it has long term implications. So be careful of being dishonest as well, or somebody being dishonest, because the Seven of Swords can be a card about deception. You may be dealing with a Queen of Swords energy. This is somebody who can be very blunt, very, she's very intelligent, very sharp, quick-witted, you know, very, very good with communication, usually very fair and just, um, goes off, basically she can make a decision, a very logical, rational decision, because she puts kind of her heart out of it. She thinks with her. She's logical. Um, but being that Seven of Swords is there, this could be somebody that is not. They may be communicating, but they're not giving you everything. They're not giving you all the facts. Anything else for what's coming towards Leo here with Lovers, Judgment, Queen, and Seven of Swords? How about one more with that Queen of Swords? Why is the 7 here? Well, just tell me what you need me. What's the most important here? You clarify one more. What's the most important piece of information? Oh, okay. Yep, back to that. Back to that. Always back to that. That's the third time he's come out. Definitely could be regarding a marriage, a home, of home like that you share with someone, a business. Could be again financially related, maybe waiting on a bank. This could be a financial institution, with the um, tor- Taurus Hierophant in the page. Maybe you just took out a loan on something, but anyway, what came out was that Knight of Cups, bridging it back to this past energy. This is a past returning. This is an offer from the past or a person from the past that is coming back, and either they are not quite being 100% um, transparent, or you are not, or you will not, you will want to strategize. Maybe try to figure out a way to do it without actually dealing with this person. I'm not sure how that's going to play out because this does feel like your energy, but I don't want to like tell you that you're cutting someone out when in reality you may be the one making this offer. So just keep that in mind. This is a general read. I don't know who's who, what's what, but it definitely, this night is from the past, popping up again to resurface. And there's definitely a decision, a pretty significant decision involved because we have two major arcana here. This is long-term implication, possibly life-changing. Not necessarily, but major arcana deals with the long range, the big picture stuff. Yeah, look at that page or page of swords. The detective. You may be even trying to sneakily gather information about somebody, or they are stalking. Usually, it's the page of swords, it's the stalker, but the queen of swords can definitely, like, she's master pro status. Oh dear, 1 second. Okay, sorry, little one got up. Yeah, but she's master pro status when it comes to figuring things out, searching, like doing a reverse engineering a phone to look at who your contacts are. Not to say that's what you're doing, but that's what I mean. Like the Page of Swords is more like inquisitive and curious and just starting out on his exploratory kind of, you know, self. But the Queen of Swords has been at it for a long time. So she's really good at digging up the dirt. So that may be what you're doing in this situation, or somebody else is doing that to you. Like they've been watching you, they've been following you, tracking your progress, like keeping an eye, or you have been doing that to somebody else. But I do think in the end, it comes down to a decision. Now let's move on to your advice, and real quickly because this seems pretty self explanatory. Um, with the Six of Wands and the Hangman for messages of guidance, wisdom, clarity, truth for the sign of Leo. What do you want them to know at this time, do at this time, release at this time? Okay. Anything else? Anything else with that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is like the third or fourth time that this has stayed in the deck, but it's made an appearance still. So slow down. Slow down, take your time, don't rush into anything. It's okay to take this time to reassess, re-examine, um, reconfigure, adapt, and apply that to your current course. Because with the Six of Wands, I feel like there's certain victory, but within certain constraints. Like you decide how much of your life that victory encompasses. It can be a small victory that's short lived, or it can be a victory that leads to far more um, incentives. Well, no, not incentives, like benefits. There could be an offer here, a passionate new beginning here with that Ace of Wands. But I don't know if it comes with a death, with a change, or it leads to significant change, an ending of some type brings in, because death is also rebirth. With death comes new life. So I mean, literally, what I'm feeling is that in order to get to this new opportunity and be able to fully function with it and take that baton, something else has to end. And again, I'm going to repeat this because this is a feeling that I'm getting. Be careful not to do anything out of pride that would hurt another person, like a petty jab, like doing something to set someone else back, just so you feel like in some way you've won. I don't. That's not for everybody. That might only be for one person. They may deserve it, but your karma doesn't. For the most part, the main advice here I see is, um, be careful of that Mercury retrograde kind of energy, or whatever contract. I remember that contract card that you sign at this time. Make sure you know what you're signing yourself into. Take the time to look at every possible angle, perspective. Become enlightened when it comes to this path that you're taking and this choice that you're making. Take it slow. Um, with the Knight of Pentacles, be very diligent, um, and aware, consciously aware. The Knight of Pentacles does not do spontaneous. They think it's very Virgo energy. They can overthink. So yeah, we'll move on to most probable outcome. Most probable because you all have free will. I cannot give you a definitive outcome because I can't tell what you're going to do tomorrow or in the next second, or the person that you're involved with, what they're going to do. Every little choice can cause incredible change. I haven't asked yet. Most probable outcome if you were to continue on in the way that you have been, though. We have Devil. That's Capricorn energy. We have the Fool, which we had in your current. So this new beginning, or this risk, this leap of faith, it seems like you are there. You're going to be there. You're going to at least highly consider taking this risk. But there is a devil attached to it. So let's see what that is. One more with the Devil and the Fool, please, for the most probable outcome here for the sign of Leo. One more with the Devil and the Fool, please. All right, one. I really don't like how these are shuffling. No, it's almost like they're trying to stick, but it's not like because there's anything sticky on them. It's like staticky almost. Six of Cups, Justice. This is karmic in nature, I feel. Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers. I mean, these are divinely guided cards talking about a fated thing. Now, something fated might happen to you, but your decision and how you handle it, that has not fated. But with Justice card, this can be something karmic. Could be a karmic connection or a karmic lesson, because we do have repetitive negative patterns or toxic patterns there with the devil. It can also talk about vices or addictions in any form. It doesn't always have to be drugs or alcohol. It can be um, shopping, food, spending on like little silly things, uh, stress shopping, I guess you'd say, uh, splurging on, like showing a lack of moderation. What's the devil about? Yeah, I gotta do something about these cards. I'm gonna have to switch decks. I just don't like the way they're shuffling. Let me try something. See how they're like grouping together? There's a group, there's a group, there's a group, there's a group. Like, and as I'm shuffling, they're still sticking. So I'm not getting, they're shuffling in groups. It's very strange. Might be like moisture in the air that's kind of causing them. See if that helps, maybe. Might have to put some like cornstarch or something on these. Maybe put some rice. And it looks good, and then as soon as I start shuffling, they go back to grouping up. Yeah, no, it's better, but I can tell it's still got that weird feeling. All right, devil. Why is the devil here? And I'm shuffling them wrong. Why is the devil here, please? What does this represent for the sign of Leo on their most probable outcome? 1, 2, 3. Back to that. Yeah, it feels for sure for some of you like a repetitive pattern that you always come to a certain experience or event or situation, and you make some type of rash or an impulsive or thoughtless kind of risk, an unnecessary risk, and it's a pattern that you keep repeating. You jump into something that you know isn't good for you, but it's also it for whatever reason it just helps, or it's comfortable, it's safe. For others of you, this is a reconnection or a reconciliation of something that was toxic. There's something toxic about it. It could be codependency, it could be manipulation, it could be somebody abusing their power over you. And that, again, that doesn't have to be a love relationship. This can be a family member, this can be a boss, this can be a friend, this can be your relationships that you have with people are kind of all the same. They're all the same demon, just different name. And that's what I am going to call this video. Better the devil you don't. No. Or no, that's not how it goes. Better the devil you know. And basically with that justice card here, it would say like, you get what you pay for. If you jump back into this, you're whatever outcome you get is fair at this point. Because you know that it's toxic. You've been here before. You've done this before. This is popping up again. It's like it's resurfaced. It's not a brand new issue that you've encountered. It's something that keeps happening, and you keep taking a risk. Your risky behavior is always biting you. And the justice card here would say, you're going to get exactly out of it. Remember questioning? These cards are like questioning, well, if I invest in this, will I get out what I put in? Justice is here saying, you're going to get exactly what you always get if you are the fool. Don't be the fool. Don't play the fool. You know better. That's why that your advice is, hey, take a minute. Stop. Let the blood come back to your head instead of your feet, right? That's the male phallic symbol. Not to say that you're a man. You could be a woman. I don't know. I don't care. Not that I don't care. Just it doesn't. Gender doesn't matter in these cards. This could be advice for both a man and a woman, or whatever you identify as. The point is, don't make a foolish decision here and revisiting something, expecting a different result, right? The definition of insanity, not calling you insane. But for others of you, that's really the strongest one I'm getting for sure, because that Knight of Cups kept popping up. You're not stuck. There is another opportunity. There is another offer. There is something solid there for you. Um, so don't get trapped in this idea that this is the right way to do things. Or maybe if you're the gambler here, maybe it is time to do things a little bit more traditionally. Because the risk that you're taking, the gamble that you're taking has not been paying off. So maybe it won't hurt this time. It's kind of depends on which side that you're on there. You'll know. Are you risky or are you safe? Try the other one this time. So yeah, this is basically saying you're kind of leaning in the direction of, yeah, maybe this time it'll work. What this is saying is, maybe, maybe not. Don't do it again, Felicia. The poor little dog. Poor little dog's trying to tell you. I don't know if you can see him there, like right there. Like that's your conscience, but it's cute little. I don't know what that is. It's definitely a lap dog. I don't know. Chihuahua. I don't know. I've never seen a white Chihuahua, and it doesn't really have Chihuahua features. It's too furry. I'm gonna shut up. I think that's the end of your reading, though. I feel good about the end of the story. Sometimes I'm confused. This one feels pretty um, straightforward. All right, so if this resonated for you, if you enjoyed this reading, please leave a comment, share your story in the comment section. I would love to have some actual traffic there. Um, Leave a like. That helps put these videos out on when people are scrolling. It helps bring that video up so that it reaches more people. Subscribe if you like it. This is part 2, so this is the longer version. If you like the shorter version, just always watch part 1. Never watch part 2. I don't know how far in I am. I'm imagining like hour and 12 minutes. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, if you want a personal reading, if you want information on where to find me online, all of that's in the description box. I really appreciate those of you that have stuck around and listened to me um, monologue for the last however long. Um, but yeah, hopefully this brought you clarity into your situation. And thank you so much again. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.